Hey guys, Wilma Wins here for another enthralling part of Platinum. Yay! So here is a worker dude, and he's called Gary, and he has a Magnemite, because everyone in this gym seems to have a Magnemite, because, you know, cool. And we're just gonna beat him up, because that's what we do. And I send him my Luxray, because Elliot is just gonna own, because he is cool, you know? And I'm just gonna beat it with Bite, because, you know, 3-hit KO for the win. So, the Magnemite goes down, and we beat Gary, which was a pretty easy fight. If you're playing this for the first time, this gym, the battles in it are quite easy, but they usually take a while because you may not have a fighting type or a fire type. You should have a fire type. If you're playing a Diamond and Pearl, then you probably won't have a fire type unless you started with Chimchar or you caught a Ponyta. So, the puzzle in this gym is actually quite difficult. But you just need to think it's trying to trick you by setting traps further away. So try and head that way, or just to follow this video and you know the way. So here's a Magnemite again, and we're just going to beat it again with Hatter. Except not really, we're going to switch into Feeling, because Feeling is better and pro. So what we're going to do, we're going to go for Psychic, and the Magnemite dies. Yay! And we get 3/3 experience. We want to learn Imprison, but we don't, because Imprison is a poor move and we don't like it. So not much to say, really. I'm trying to get this Platinum walkthrough done and dusted before the end of the year, which should be really easy. I should get it done before the end of November. Here's my target, big target. Have I already mentioned this? I don't know. My target is to finish Platinum by my year on YouTube. Yeah, that's my target. And if I don't get it, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll cry. No. I need to think of something to do. Right. Oh, bit of a news update on Soul Silver, seeing as it's being taken down. Sad face. As I said, I'm going to try and get myself a camera. I'm going to record off my DS. And I'm going to do a complete... I'm either going to do a completely random team of Pokemon you might not be able to catch in Soul Silver. For example, I'll trade over a Houndoom. Oh wait, that's not a very good example. That's Johto Pokemon. I'll trade over a Bronzor, maybe, as a Pokemon to choose. You can't actually catch it within Soul Silver before the National Dex. Or I will give you 3 Pokemon, and you will choose from them, and you'll vote on each one. How does that sound? Your decision. Or I will do a completely random team. I think I'm going to do I pick 3, then you choose 1 from within there. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure that's what I'll do. That way I have some control. I don't get a completely random team of, like, Butterfree, Beedrill, Lopunny. No, I don't want a team like that. I would like some choice within it. And my other question for you to comment on, which I would like you to comment on, is would you like me to use a starter Pokemon in that generation? Like, would you like me to use Meganium, a Feraligatr, or Typhlosion? Not which one, whether you would like me to use one of them or not. Or just use a completely different one. Because I'm not sure if I want to. Feraligatr is probably my favourite fully evolved one, but I don't know whether I actually want to. Fully evolved starter Pokemon of all time, that's what I mean. Can't get my words out today. So, yeah, enough about that. Let's get on to this. He's like, that's the Dialga gym badge. I see, you've defeated my son. But that's no surprise. He still has so much to learn. In place of my son, Rourke, I, Byron, will take your challenge. So this is Byron. He uses Steel-type Pokemon. He is the father of Rourke, who used Rock-type Pokemon. And he had Cranidos, and this guy has Bastiodon. So I failed and put Peppers to the front, even though I know there's an electric type as the first Pokemon. How fail is that? I recommend, if you've got a water flying or water flying type, then you don't put them to the lead, because he will always start with Magneton. This Magneton is a bit of a pain to beat. Unless you have a ground type, this battle is a bit of a drag. Magneton was originally just an electric type. Now he's an electric steel type due to the additions of steel in Generation 2. And just a bit of trivia for you there. And they've not actually revealed another type since the steel dark type in of Johto Generation 2, which I'm a bit disappointed about. I want to see a new type, like, I don't know, there was rumours that the light type would come around, which I thought was too similar to electric, so yeah, I don't really think there's another type they could do. Maybe natural type, but that's too similar to grass. So anyway, I'm just rambling on, completely not looking at Bastiodon, the lead Pokemon of Rock's team, and possibly the easiest one to beat. He's, miraculously got burnt and gone down to red health. Did you see that? No, you didn't. Just seeing Flamon takes you down to red health and you get burnt and I can just close combat, or maybe it's my bad editing. Oh my god, that was completely fail. So yeah, if you ever see Flamon, you're going to get burnt. Yeah, and you're going to go down to red health because, you know, as soon as you see something, you go, I'm going red! And you start going red and you're, down on your health. Yeah. So, this Steelix is like, yeah, I'm Steelix, and he's going to Earthquake and kill Flamon. I was like, oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you didn't. So we're just looking at his aggressive face, like, die. He's like the school bully. And I go into Kawaii, and Kawaii is like, oh no, you didn't beat my friend. And he goes for the Giga Drain, and he's like, I'm going to drain your health. And he takes it into red, and he's like, yeah. He goes for Flash Cannon. He's like, don't flash into my eyes, you big steel thing. And yeah, because Kawaii's still annoyed with him for killing Flamon. He's like, oh, don't full restore, you wimp. I'm going to Grass Knot in a minute because that's better than Giga Drain. I don't know why I'm using Giga Drain. So yeah, he goes for the full restore, and then I don't know why I'm aggressive now. Just calm down my voice, yeah. So then Kawaii goes for the Grass Knot because, you know, cool. Yeah, and because Steelix is a heavy Pokemon, that does a lot of damage, especially with it being effective. Is it effective? Is Grass Knot effective? We shall see. So Leafeon goes for Grass Knot, and oh no, it's not effective. It's just neutral damage. Does ×1. So yes, the Sandstorm is raging like a raging bull, and he's going to switch back into Magneton because, you know, we beat it. He switched earlier because he had nothing he could do against me. So yeah, don't you think that Magneton sprite looks a bit like a Generation 3 sprite? I think it reminds me of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Not that it's actually from there, that it just looks a bit like it. Do you not think? No? It just looks like he belongs in Emerald or something. I don't know, that's just my thought. So yeah, we go for the Grass Knot and that does nothing, and it goes for Thunderbolt and that KOs us, which is sad. Oh no, it doesn't. The Sandstorm KOs us. That's even sadder. So we're going to switch into Hatter because, you know, I wanted Hatter to get this experience. I went for the Ice Shard because of priority move, it was probably going to kill it, but it does so little. That would probably take 3 hits to KO it, and it goes for the Flash Cannon and that kills Hatter, which I was very disappointed about. Yeah. So he sends in Elliot. I'm going to bite, and the Magneton dies, and Elliot gets that experience that would have much been better on Hatter. So yeah, we beat his sturdy Pokemon, and he's like, you were strong enough to take down my prized team of Pokemon. In recognition of that power, I give you this, the Mind Badge. Whelmer wins, received the Mind Badge from Byron. So yes, now we have 7 badges. Yes, 7 badges. Having this Mind Badge allows us to use Strength any time outside of the battle. And now we have 6 gym badges. That means all Pokemon up to level 70 will obey you without question. Who have we got left to beat? If we've got 6 badges. Candice, or Candace, or however you want to pronounce it. And that's 7. Oh yeah, and I thought we had 7. We forgot Candace and Volkner. I counted wrong. My bad. So now we have Flash Cannon because, you know, we want to be uber cool and have a good steel type move on none of our Pokemon. I was like, oh, Flash Cannon's quite good. I'm going to teach that to someone. So I just happened to scroll through, went to Flash Cannon, and no one can learn it, which is a surprise. Not. So I go the long way round. In fact, no, it's the only way around. So, yeah, we're going to leave this. And suddenly, Barry is out there waiting for us. And he's like, that's the Mind Badge. Good going. I don't know, he sounds all British. Hello, I'm Barry. You're tough enough to consider becoming the Pokemon champ. Of course, I'm tougher, so it's not going to actually happen. Anyway, Elmer wins. Come with me to the library. So there we go. There's my random outburst of Britishness. And he, walks off. And we're just going to, run after him. Because we are cool like that. Yep, and then we're going to go heal because, if we heal, we get extra experience points. No, we don't. We get our HP back and PP back. Generous. So, yes, now we've healed our Pokemon. They're all up to full health. We can run all the way over to the library very slowly. And Barry's still out there waiting for us. And, we're going to talk to him. And he's like, too slow. Come on, let's move it. And he, walks into the library. Which is a very funny looking library. I've never seen a library like that before. It doesn't actually look like a library. It looks quite interesting. It looks like a funny building. It looks a bit like a doctor's surgery, I think. But it looks quite nice inside. So, this part is actually key to the progression of the game. It's quite memorable part of the game. So we're going to go up to the top floor. Is it the top floor? I think it is the top floor. Yep, and Barry's waiting for us. And he tells us to go over and sit on the table with Professor Rowan and Dawn and him. And there's a little boy that's earwigging and a woman over there that's pretending that she can't hear us. And we go off centre from the screen, which is unusual. So he's like, okay, Gramps, I brought Whalmer Winds, like I said. All right, I'll be out of here. And then Professor Rowan's like, no, you're not going to go anywhere. He's like, just dots. Just staring at him. And Barry's like, okay, I get it. And he goes and sits down because, everyone's finally here and I have to listen. So, you may have forgotten already, but I study the evolution of Pokemon. But the more I study, the more mysteries appear and multiply. Pokemon that evolve and those that don't. What makes them different from each other? Do they have immature... Are they immature as living beings? I didn't even read that. If so, what do we make of the legendary Pokemon that don't evolve? Are we to assume that legendary Pokemon are complete as creatures? This is where you three come in. In the 3 lakes of Sinnoh, there are said to be Mirage Pokemon. If we can obtain data on them, it may shed some light on how the process of Pokemon evolution works. I need help from each one of you on this grand undertaking. Help me find these Pokemon that are considered to be mirages. What are you saying? I don't get a Pokedex. I didn't get a Pokedex. And who was it that bottled from the lab before I had a chance to give you a Pokedex? Oh, I get it now. He's saying that Barry ran off before he got Pokedex, so he can't get the data. So, Barry doesn't have Pokedex, which is interesting. I didn't actually know that. And then Dawn starts talking and she's like, Whalmer Winds, you'll help, won't you? And Professor Rowan just wants us to work on regardless, so we don't really have a decision in this and we have to go and help him with his research because he's too lazy to do it himself. So we're all going to go to separate lakes because 3 lakes, 3 people, it makes sense. And Dawn's going to go to Lake Verity, which is the one just outside of Twinleaf Town, and Barry's going to go to Lake Acuity, which is the one just outside of Snowpoint. And we're going to go to Lake Valor, which is the lake that is just outside of Pastoria and Veilstone. Halfway through. I'd say it's nearer to Pastoria than it is to Veilstone. But, we chased a Galactic Grunt around there earlier, and we found Cynthia there, who gave us the secret potion, just so you know where it is. And that's what we're going to do next. We're going to find our way over to there, but suddenly something's about to happen, which is very climatic. Okay, so I think, yeah, there we go. Oh, still talk about, there we go. There you go, Veilstone and Pastoria. What did I say? Has it stopped? Are all of you unharmed? What was that about? No, wait, I mean TV. The TV. Anything or something like that. And there we have it. There's been an eruption or something. Something has happened. There's some trees. It looks a bit like Lake Valor. Or somewhere. Or Lake... It looks like near one of the lakes. Which is where we're going to be going. How coincidental is that? We're going to go somewhere where there was a massive explosion. So, we are nearing the end of the video. We're just going to let these sum up. I may have slightly gone over the time limit. Let's hope I haven't, because if I have, I'm going to have to narrate this for the 3rd or 4th time, and that's just really boring. So, yeah, when these walk off, it's going to be the end of the video. They all walk off simultaneously. In the next part, we're going to have some more chat, and we're going to take on Saturn at Lake Valor. See you next time. Bye.